Hello, and welcome. Today we're going to be taking a look at one of the biggest debates in the aviation industry, speed versus fuel efficiency. Over the course of the next few minutes, we will look at various statistics and reviews to see which is better. I personally say fuel efficiency. To make my job easier, because, who wants to let things be hard, right? We will just be comparing two aircraft, the Aerospatiale and BAC Concorde, this representing speed, and the Boeing 787 Dreamliner, this representing fuel efficiency. Apologies to all Airbus fans out there, but really, the Concorde was kinda half Airbus, and if you don't know what I mean, Google it. Not to say that Airbus isn't good at making airplanes, but in all honesty, the 787 is neck and neck with the A350 in terms of fuel efficiency, and so far more successful. Passengers want to get to their destinations as fast as possible, but the cost of Jet A1 fuel is sky high, and so is the fuel. This drives airlines to want fuel efficiency. Right now, since we don't have a very fast and fuel-efficient airplane, the cheaper side wins. And if it didn't, and airlines opted for speed, good luck finding a cheap airplane ticket. We'll start with the 787. As of January 2018, Boeing says that they have landed a whopping 1,294 total orders for the three 787 variants. Those are the 787-8, the 787-9, and the 787-10. And from what I hear, airlines are loving it, and so are the passengers. Couldn't be better for the airline, right? Passengers love flying it, and it works really well for us. Actually, it can be better. The reason it works so well for airlines is because with its extreme fuel efficiency, it can fly up to 7,635 miles depending on the variant. This allows airlines to operate many more long and skinny routes, and for those of you that don't know what that means, it is a route that is long range but skinny demand, like Los Angeles, California to Melbourne, Australia, for example. This is essentially why the Airbus A380 failed, or at least almost failed. Airlines needed ultra-long range but low-capacity aircraft. This the A380 does not offer. The 787 also burns 57.5% less fuel per flight mile than the A380, its original competition. Now that is insanity. Now, I wasn't able to calculate how the 787 compared to the Concorde in pounds per mile, which is what I used for the last comparison, but in terms of gallons burned per flight hour, the 787 performed an even more insane 77.3% better than the Concorde. This means that if an airline was operating the Concorde today with modern-day fuel prices, they would be spending $21,397.78 more per flight hour on fuel alone than if they opted for the 787. Now, I hate to say it, but it's not just good things about the 787. While there haven't been any fatal incidents as of yet, some problems with the lithium-ion batteries on board caused the FAA to ground every Dreamliner in the world for a period of 123 days until the Boeing company could get the problem fixed. This is extremely costly to the airlines that operate the 787. As for the Concorde, only 20 were ever built, and the two companies couldn't persuade any airlines to keep their orders for the Concorde. In fact, they had to practically give them away to the airlines, of which there were only two, Air France and British Airways. Each airline got 7 aircraft, and I don't know what happened to the other 6, so don't ask me. But I do know that because the Concorde failed, its makers, Aerospatiale and BAC, had to merge to stay in the business, which is how we got Boeing's biggest competitor, Airbus. But before you go bragging to all your friends about all your knowledge, keep in mind that there were other events that led to the creation of Airbus. The Concorde was the world's first supersonic airliner and could fly from New York to Paris in just under 3.5 hours. It could also travel up to 56.3% faster than the 787 with a top speed of 1,354 miles per hour, or 2.04 times the speed of sound. Passengers loved being able to fly transatlantic in 3 hours, as it allowed them to be at their destination just that much longer, and they didn't have to sit in those small seats for 6 hours going the same distance. The Concorde was lit, man, but it was also lit. Or at least just this particular one and the program. Why, you ask? Well, in a way, we already covered this. Passengers would have to pay so much for one ticket that the flight wouldn't be worth their money, and this would just barely get the airline breaking even. The airlines were able to keep their heads above the water for a while, but eventually the passengers just didn't want to pay for it. The Concorde couldn't pull its own weight, and the program crashed. Until we develop a supersonic aircraft that costs about the same to maintain as the average aircraft today, I'm afraid I have to side with the airlines on this one and opt for fuel efficiency. Looking at the things we've gone over for fuel efficiency, the pros greatly outweigh the cons, and for speed, the cons greatly outweigh the pros. Well, that's our video for now, folks. Remember to like and subscribe if you like these kinds of videos, and any video topics you guys have for me, post it in the comments below. And if for any reason you guys didn't like the video, just hit that dislike button twice. As always, have a wonderful rest of your day or night, and I will see you soon. Bye.